Believe me, I don't like to hear the sound of my own voice, so I was listening to it the other day and I was like, oh my god, I really sound like that? Okay, so in order to figure out the unit rate for Dominique, we have to set it up 16 into 704. Well, let's go through the process. 16 can't go into 7, but it goes into 70 at least 5 times. God bless you. 16 into 70 at least how many times? Luke. What is 16 times 4, Luke? Great. 70 take away 64. Bring down the 4. And look, you got 64 again, so it's easy. So it's 17 or 16 times what? All right, so she types 44 words per minute, right? Does she qualify? I may say yes. I may say no. She's so close, though, isn't she? Seriously, if she just stops taking a drink of water, she'll be okay. That's it, right? However, the publishing company has a really, really strict boss. Very, very sensitive and heartless boss. So 44 is still not 45. So in your reasoning, you got to say no. She does not qualify. She cannot work at the company. Very harsh. Make sure this gets written down too, guys, please. Thank you. I editorialized. So I look at it, it's better to be 1 word too short rather than 1 inch too short, because that's the story of my life. Lucas.
Does it qualify because she types 44 words per minute and needs to type 45?
Perfect answer, yes. Okay, let's do the supermarket. The supermarket question. You got to this, right? Now you got to do it for homework. All right, the Scott family is trying to save as much money as possible. Does it match up? Is it the Scott family? Because I know I've changed keys over the years. Okay, great. One way to cut back on the money they spend is finding deals while grocery shopping. However, the Scott family needs help determining which store has the better deals. Okay, here come the rates. At Grocery Mart, strawberries cost $2.98 for 2 pounds. Underline that. That's a rate. That's a ratio. Baldwin Hills Market, $3.99 for 3 pounds. Okay, what do I need to do? How do I figure out unit rate? Becca Hursky, first Grocery Mart. What do I do? Sure. Just don't write too big because there's not a whole lot of room here to begin with. She's setting it up as a TRF. You don't have to if you know right away what to divide. Just saying that out loud. And as you'll see, if you do set it up as a TRF, the spacing is tight because you don't have enough room for the division, which she's gonna need to eventually do. Okay, yeah. Now you got to show the division. You want to do it? You know what? Let's do it on a different page because there's just not enough room, right? Okay, put the little gazinta. When you set up your division, it is very important that you set up your decimals in the right spot. Did everybody get at least to 2 into $2.98? Okay, great. Now, put your decimal up in the roof where it belongs. Great. A little bit darker so we can see it. Okay. Actually, Brando asked me, so we'll go with Brando next. Okay, Brando, you're gonna go next, right? You're gonna come up. Might as well look. Yeah. Almost there. Bring down the 8. Oh, 2 into 18. 2 times 8, 16. You were good down here. 18 was fine here. Put down your 18 again. The number that's not right is this one. 2 into 18. There you go. How many got $1.49 per pound? Okay, so we're up and running with that. Oh, we're going to put that on the next on the previous page. Yeah, put it in back. Yeah, you could put it there and then put it here too. Is there anybody that did it? I know you did it. Did you set it up as a TRF or you went into straight division? Good. Do it as straight division. So Brando's going to come up. You don't have to show the TRF. But if it helps you, I actually have a student in my period 5 class that does it with tape diagrams, which is really cool. You do it, if this TRF model makes sense to you and you don't want to go directly to the shortcut, you don't have to do TRF. If you know what to divide what into what, you'll still get full credit as long as you show the division. You got to show the division. All right, Brandon, come on up. I'll show it to you briefly after we're done. Hold on now. Let me help you because it's fine, but you don't have enough room here. Park the pen for a minute. All right, now you got room. Go. It's a little tight on space. When we redo it next year, I got to give you more room to do the long division. No, it's still tight, even if you write small. Nice job, Brando. Nice job. Let me got $1.33 per pound. Okay. At least in my period 5 class, they got the numbers just fine. Here was a little bit of a sticking point that I kind of want to reiterate and stress to you. Once you have this unit rate for each store done, there is no need to look back at how much per pound or how many pounds they bought. Because I had some kids in my period 5 class that in their reasoning of which store they would want to go to, they're explaining about, that they'd still want to go to the store that had this 3 pounds because it's, 3 pounds, you're getting more strawberries than the 2 pounds, and it doesn't matter who's walking away with the strawberries, who has more strawberries. All we care about is who is paying the least amount of money per pound. That unit rate is all important. We don't care how many strawberries they bought. Of course, if you buy 10 pounds of strawberries, it's going to cost more even if you're at the cheaper store because you're buying more product. All we care about is who has the cheaper rate per pound. And that's who? Amanda. I don't know. If I go to Baldwin Hills, do I want to pay $1.33 per pound or do I want to spend $1.49 per pound? Absolutely. I'm going to save how much money per pound, even though they don't ask you. Can you do that real quick? How would you do it? How would you figure out how much less per pound I am saving? Right. What from what? Take away. And that happens to be 16 cents less per pound. So you got to go to Baldwin Hills. And I can actually, since I've done this work already, I can even say in my answer, I'd be saving 16 cents per pound. Fully explanatory right there. Yes.
Right there. So maybe like, what if the other one isn't organic?
You know, you can go into the whole idea, well, who's got the bigger strawberries, who tastes better. But all things being kept the same, generally speaking, you want to spend less per pound than you do at, you want to spend less per pound in any store that has the better deal. Okay. Okay, now we go to the taters. Who wants to do this? Grocery Mart unit rate. Did anybody do it as straight division? Because I'm going to have you do that. Even if you did TRF, just show the straight division just because of time. Pug. When Kyan did his long division, he got 57 cents per pound. Did you get the same? Okay, now listen, I want to make sure that we finish today, that we're all kind of in the same spot, period 5 and 6. So I'm not going to call anybody up. I'm just going to give you the answer for Baldwin Hill. And I'll still call on you. You guys still tell me what the better deal is. But if you did the math correctly, I'll call on you. What did you get for Baldwin Hill per pound? Alexandra. How many got 60 cents per pound? Which store, better deal? Nick Ellis. GM, how much do you save per pound? You got it. Okay, just kind of finishing this up. Now, did you notice that at one store you get the strawberries cheaper, and at the other store you get the potatoes cheaper? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I had a student last year, but I kid you not, made the claim that she would still go, instead of Grocery Mart, she would go to Baldwin Hills and pay the extra 3 cents per pound. Because her rationale is that the money that I save, or the extra money that I have to pay, okay, or the money that I would save, would be lost in gas money going from one supermarket to the other supermarket. And she was dead serious, and you know what? She's dead right. It's so close that she'd rather just stay at that market, pay the extra 3 cents per pound, because the money that she'd save wouldn't be worth it. You got to get back into the car, load everything up into the car, drive to the next store, and there's gas money there. It's kind of cool, right? That's out of the box thinking, right? It's real world thinking. She's with her parents, let's say, okay? But anyway, mathematically speaking, it's going to be cheaper at one store compared to the other. I'm going to skip the challenge for now, but in case you're curious, who had an answer? I'll look it up, I forgot.
The answer is 336.37.
No. They want to know the amount of money saved. Skylar, what'd you get? 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 What'd you get?
I got $1.05.
So 1.05 is what as money? $1.05, okay? You go get, and who else had $1.05? You didn't have, do you have $1.05?
Yeah. I have $1.05.
You have $1.05? Go ahead, top drawer. $1.05 is right.